We are here again with a very interesting interview with Ekin, who is representing Global Child Forum. It would be very great if we can get to have a chat, and she was kind enough to say yes. So, welcome to this mini interview series.
Thank you so much. It's absolutely delightful to be here, actually.
So, your project is really interesting. Instead of me explaining it, why don't you explain it for our viewers?
So, as we can see, mental youth development has been negative for a very, very long time. So beginning of this year, we initiated a project called Listen Up, where we together with youth and children develop a way for board leaders, decision makers, CEOs to listen and address children's rights in their strategies and their value chains. The very interesting part of this is actually that we will together make up like a long-term plan for how this is actually incorporated into strategies, instead of just a survey where you hear what kids and children say, but then you don't really develop the conversation and the dialogue.
How do you make sure that their voices actually translate into something meaningful and it's not just, a report line somewhere all day?
That is such a good question, because it's very much not a report on the table. On the contrary, it's actually children sitting, having the dialogues. What we hear when we talk to them is that they manage, they cope, they find ways to solve issues. It's both like a fantastic opportunity, but then we also need to be, as grown-ups, strengthening and protecting them.
What is the most interesting insider information that you've come across? Because you get to have these conversations, something that we might not be thinking about.
I would say that what surprises us the most is how aware youth actually is about the situation. So the risks that grown-ups sometimes see is not the risks that the youth see.
Yeah, and now I'd like to talk a bit about the partnership that you signed yesterday. Why did you choose Ooredoo, and what does that mean for you?
So Ooredoo is a very exciting partnership, I would say. Having Ooredoo in the room is actually something that will impact the way this project actually develops, and also it will help us to understand this region and how we can actually listen to children in this region as well. And also when I speak to Ooredoo compared to the dialogues that I'm having with other Western telcos, there are new questions that are raised, and this region has such a fast development of digital literacy and a huge number of young people. And I think if we're not aware of all the insights that come from this region, then we won't be having the whole kind of holistic dialogue that we need to have.
If somebody hears about this program and they're interested, what do you look for in a partner, and how can someone get in touch with you?
What we're looking for is actually companies that are committed to listen to children, to take their voices into account and actually make a change. So that would be our ask of the organizations that partner up with us.
Great. Thank you so much for this conversation, and best of luck with everything.
Thank you so much. It's been absolutely fantastic.
See you guys next time.